Okay, so these are different than these three that we looked at. These three are more so going to give you like a texture to your piece. These are used more so for how do you want your painting finish to look. Like if you're painting a painting and you definitely want it to be matte, you want to use the matte, or if you want it to be a glossy finish, you want to use the gloss. So they're not going to give you like a texture, like a thick texture, but they're going to give you more of a sheen or finish. All right, so I'm going to get a little bit of this out with my knife. So this is really, it feels just like my paint. It's not like a big thick texture. There we go. It's very thin, just like the same thickness and texture as the actual paint. And the same effect is going to be with this gloss. But the difference is that these are they're going to dry. Either one is going to be glossy and one's going to be matte. So very different finishes. Which, you know, there's like different reasons to use either gloss or matte. When I was doing my desert series, for some reason, my deserts, to me, they needed to be matte. And I painted them in either matte paint or I was using matte medium. With my Italian landscapes, I kind of wanted them to be glossier. And so I used gloss medium in it, as well as when I did my finishing spray, I used a satin or a gloss spray to seal my painting. And which, side note on that, you don't have to seal a painting with varnish, with a spray varnish or a brush varnish. I did just because I was using charcoal in my paintings and I needed to seal it so the charcoal didn't come off. But anyways, it just depends on whether you have a painting that feels like it's glossy or it feels like it's matte. It's up to you. Totally up to you. Okay, so you can see that this gloss medium is also just thin like this matte medium. And another way you can use this gloss medium is you can use it kind of as like well, you could do it with the matte too, but you can make it kind of like a glaze. See this? You just kind of want to do like small layers or light layers of stuff, or you just want to tint something versus like a full out opaque stroke. You want to just do like a tint or a hint of color. That's a good way to thin a paint color without watering it down so it doesn't lose like its ability to adhere to the canvas. You can thin it down with a medium like gloss medium or the matte medium to thin it and give it the ability to be a sheer layer. This definitely looks more blended, kind of blobby. I don't know. It's smoother. You can kind of see the strokes, but not really. This is I really like this one. I like how this is so thick and you can really see the strokes. I like the modeling paste, but I don't love that it's gritty texture. So I think I personally would pick this gel matte medium. Heavy, is that the heavy gel? Yeah, the heavy gel matte over the modeling paste, personally, just to not have the gritty, sandy-like texture. But I think these are great mediums, and Golden has really, really high-quality products, so I definitely recommend checking them out. They have so many more products. These are just a few that I had on hand. These would be great to use with a painting knife or a palette knife. For example, let's just play around with it a little bit. I will use the modeling paste. Okay. Scoop this up over here and really gonna mix this in. Ooh, look at that. That's a really pretty color. Okay, so this would be so nice This medium is really, really nice with a palette knife. It looks like cake icing. Like I said, I think you could get the same texture without the grittiness with that heavy gel matte. And they probably have that in gloss as well. You'll have to check it out to see. Very nice. All right. Well, I hope that was helpful and that you now have a little bit more understanding about mediums.